Chicken barn produces 28,000 birds every 8 weeks. So it's an 8-week cycle, so it's all in, all out. Bring in 28,000 chicks, and then in 5 weeks and a bit they ship out for the abattoir, and then we clean up, wash the barn, get it spotless, and then start over again. Put the bedding down, readjust the equipment, and away we go. You remove the bedding after every batch. The barn is, the manure is taken out, the bedding's taken out, the floor is, anything that's stuck on the floor is scraped off. We dust it with a power blower, like a leaf blower that we wear on our back. We dust everything, sweep the floors, clean it one end to the other, out, and then we come in and disinfect, where we take the pressure washer and we apply disinfectant to the ceiling, the walls, the floors, the equipment. Everything gets washed. Well, the difference, the male and female birds are targeted for different markets. They have very specific requirements in terms of size. The birds, when you're raising them, the female birds will attain that weight very efficiently, but they won't get beyond that weight too efficiently. Whereas the male birds will go to the 2.35 kilogram market weight that's targeted for the small barbecues more efficiently than the female birds. Most of our problems happen when the birds, if they come in, if they come in sick, it's from the hatchery. It would be an E. coli infection or whatnot. Then we will treat that specific infection. And it's not treating an individual bird, because you don't treat individual birds, you treat the whole barn to make sure, because it's just impossible to, you can't just treat one bird, you have to treat the whole barn. It can be in the feed, it can be in the water. We can, there's a product we can add to the water that will regulate the situation. Yeah, well, as in the dairy and the egg industry, the Meat Chickens has a quota system, which is a supply management system. And under supply management, we're obliged to fulfill all the market needs. In the wintertime, when our heating costs are typically going through the roof, supply management obliges us to keep producing chicken on a regular basis, because that's part of the deal that is supply management, is you guarantee a constant supply of the product on the market and all that the market wants, so that you don't create surpluses that create flooding the market where prices go below cost of production, because nobody can survive in business in producing below cost of production. And in the end, it is a business. At the end of the day, the technology helps us be better producers. It manages the environment, 24 hours a day, whereas we can't be in the barn 24 hours a day. It's just not possible. We have other responsibilities on the farm. Having that environment monitored 24 hours a day provides them with the best living conditions that we can provide them. The heat, the ventilation, they don't get too hot, don't get too cold. The feed's always there. The system is set up that if there's a problem, there's an alarm that goes off and it alerts us, so we come in and look at it. Birds that way are always monitored, so I don't have to be here 24/7. This is, and as long as I look after this, then it looks after the birds. Well, we have a HACCP protocol that now all chicken farms have to be certified HACCP. You have to go through an audit process where they verify the paperwork. When I get a feed delivery, I have to take my delivery bill and circle or underline and sign it in certain areas. So I have to note the barn. The barn has like a license plate on, a license number. And this barn is 1886, so on barn 1886, feed bin number 1 gets delivered 5 ton. Well, I circle that to indicate that I've taken note that I got 5 ton of feed on this day. I have to circle or underline any of the medications that we get if they're in the feed, and their withdrawal periods, to prove that I have noticed that that's in the feed and this is the withdrawal period. So it's basically a little bit of monitoring there. The protocol for visitors, I register for visitors who's been in and out. the inspectors when they come, like they have their special boots that they wear, their coveralls, hair nets, hand sanitizer and stuff like that.